and as our walk today, the Clydach Gorge, and it should have the ironworks in there as well. Hey guys, Editor Nick here. Actually, I've been making a mistake all the way through this video, so just gonna nip in the bud here. It's actually Clydach, not Clydach. So sorry about that, and I hope you enjoy the video. Hey guys, Nick here. Welcome back to Sails and Trails. Thanks for joining me on my flipping adventure. Today, I'm actually going to be going for a walk to the Clydach Gorge and hopefully to the ironworks as well. But yeah, I'm not too sure how long this walk is, but I got my shoes on for walking and hopefully it'll be a nice walk. So I've done no research at all when it comes to this walk, but yeah, I'm just gonna have a little look around and hopefully we'll find some cool stuff. So this has got like vibes of the Four Waterfalls trail which I went on with Aaron a few months ago. I can't really go too much further because I've got sort of hiking shoes on, which haven't really got a good grip. So you've got some nice little waterfalls here. I can imagine this being very, very dangerous here if it was heavy rain, because it looks like there's a funnel coming down here. You can see quite a lot of dead wood on the side, some driftwood. Yeah, this is a really nice start to a video. A really nice start to a walk. There's a nice rock formation going over there, and it sort of meanders down into this river. Yeah, this is cool. So here you are guys, the start of the Clydach Gorge and Ironworks walk. Like I said, I don't really normally do a lot of research when it comes to this, but this basically is going to be a walk that goes down the River Clydach, and yeah, it's basically based in Monmouth, where I've been a couple of times, you know, when it comes to Abergavenny. But this is the actual route here. So this is about, it's a fair few miles, so I'm going to try and get it done as quick as possible because there's a lot of stuff to be done today. And yeah, but I still want to enjoy it anyway. But yeah, loads of great stuff. So guys, we're currently at the ironworks right now, literally just straight off the bat of the walk. I'm going to be mostly going around the gorge, but this is what the ironworks would have been like, or depiction. As you can see now, it's under conservation, but what a nice big imposing building this would have been. You gotta love the history of Wales. But the Clydach Ironworks was founded in 1795, basically to produce iron from the iron ore and various other things like limestone and coke. This was actually closed in 1871, and the site now has the 3 remaining blast furnaces and charge walls. But yeah, this is quite cool. Let's have a little look at, as we get closer. Oh, it's a hot day today. I'm really going to enjoy this walk, I reckon. Yep. And we go along. See, how cool is that? In Wales we have a lot of history that's scattered around like that. Basically just have to get in your car, drive a little while, and then you just pull over and you'll always find something of history and something of importance most of the time, but usually just something historical and great to watch, well, great to look at, great to watch. What am I talking about? But yeah, we're actually going to make our way now. I won't go in there, but we're going to make our way now towards the gorge. So we've got a bit of a walk on our hands, but I'll do a little bit of videoing of the trails, but it is very well maintained. So I lost my way a couple of times in this video so far, but yeah, locals are very kind and showed me the way back onto the path. You basically went through like a little quaint sort of cul-de-sac. Yeah, gentleman took some of his time up of his day just to show me exactly where I needed to go. So if you ever watch this video, thank you very much. But yeah, can't wait to get back on the track and have a mosey on down to the gorge. There is actually quite a lot of trails around this area as well, so you could spend a few hours walking around, but let's see how long it takes me to get here first. Nice little drop down there. Jesus. Oh, I picked an extremely hot day to do this walk. It's nice and covered though with a lot of trees, which is always a plus. But yeah, it is very warm today, so my apologies if you see me starting to sweat profusely. So looking at the maps, it's not exactly 100% clear on the actual directions of this walk, but either way, I do enjoy having a little walk through forestry land, woodlands, whatever you'd like to call it, because there's always something really cool around the corner. So let's trek on and hopefully we'll come to something really awesome. It's just something about getting out in the wilderness as such, even on trails. It's just soothing. I can't place it, but I would advise a lot of people just to, on a weekend, go find a spot, have a little wander, enjoy what nature we have around us, because for the most part the UK has some fantastic places to walk to. But I think we're actually coming up onto the waterfalls now, the gorge. You can hear it. Now that's pretty awesome. It's actually carved right the way through down here. Just have that brook going all the way down there. It's actually too dangerous by here to go down. It's very steep, it's almost vertical, so I'm going to see if I can go down there and get a bit closer. But wow, that is awesome. I couldn't imagine the sheer power of that water in the winter time when the water levels are much higher. It would have been reminiscent of that Four Waterfalls sort of walk. You could see all the dead wood and the debris everywhere, but whoa, Jesus, how cool is this? And this is why I advise people to get out into the wilderness, because you find really cool stuff like this. Oh, it's not that slippy actually, but I'll be extra careful. The water is so inviting. It's such a hot day. I feel like I should put my head underneath. I can't tell if it was a good idea or a bad idea. So refreshing, but whoa, Jesus. Oh, yeah, needed that. Such a warm day, but whew. Whoa. think I swallowed a little bit actually. And this is where the river's feeding that waterfall. I would go across, but I can see it's actually quite slick, so I'd rather not fall down there. So, not to mention my partner will probably be quite angry, along with a few other people that probably watched this video. So, God, it makes me look bold, doesn't it? Oh, great. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to carry on the walk because I fancy having a little look around the area. So they do advise to be careful because there are quite a lot of slip hazards here. So please bear in mind to wear appropriate footwear when you go on these walks. I know I shouldn't have to tell people who are experienced walkers, but just to be on the safe side, guys, be extra careful. Oh, you guys can't smell it, but I can, and it reminds me of summertime. And that is wild garlic. Oh, I went on an excursion with my partner Amy. We took Fiona along, and Aaron actually done a video on it. I've been a couple of times. So that's the Puzzlewood in Gloucestershire, I think it is. It's an ancient woodland, but there's so much wild garlic around it, and it just brings back loads of memories. I hope you guys got a lot of memories when you have your childhood, when you go for walks, or just smells that bring back a little bit of nostalgia. But as you can see from that quite turbulent bit of water, nice and chilled up here. An old engine in there. Probably got some extra iron in my hair, but yeah, the water is crystal clear up here. Oh, it's beautiful. But as you can see with these fallen trees and that, when it rains, it must be extremely violent here. But yeah, let's keep walking. I'm just bobbing and weaving through this track now. I don't even know if it's a track anymore, to be honest, but looks like I'm getting further and further up into a narrow point. But we'll have a look now. So I've actually hit an impasse here. It's not exactly the easiest to traverse around. I could go and trundle through the water, but I don't really want to have wet feet getting into the car or going for a walk, because it does rub. There's nothing worse than rubbed ankles, especially when you're walking. But yeah, so it looks like it's carved it through somewhat of a limestone rock. There's a lot of beech trees around here. I think this is actually an ancient beech tree forest. So yeah, we're just going through a bit of natural history here, to be honest, when you think about it. So making my way back down from the impasse, and I had a little slip. I was a little bit annoyed at myself because I wasn't exactly paying attention. I didn't have the camera up, didn't even have my phone out. I was just strolling, and my left foot got a bit too close to the edge, slipped. No damage, but well, apart from my pride. But yeah, we're gonna make our way back now. It was on my list when I was thinking in my head when I was walking about saying that I've been having a bit of a niggling problem with my knee. It's a recurring injury that never exactly goes away, but this walk seems to help. But we'll see later on, normally towards the evenings, where it starts to really flare up. But yeah, hopefully that little fall didn't do any extra damage. So I just seen my first group of hikers on this little walk, or ramblers you might call them. So it just shows how quiet it is through the week. Like, I'm here on a Wednesday, it's about midday-ish. I haven't really looked at my my time, but this shows how quiet this is, but how cool it is. Look, I'll give you one last view down here now. That is pretty epic. Going all the way down. I didn't try and go down there, but yeah, that's been a pretty cool walk so far. So it was just another meetup with 2 other walkers, which I actually parked the car up next to. A lovely couple by the name of Pete and Chris. Because there's not really a lot of information on this sort of walk, there's no map, there's just a few signs here and there. They actually sent me across something which one of the information booth guys has sort of rigged up, so I can always send this to anyone who would like to go on a walk, just so you get an idea of what is about, where you can go. I'm going to make my way up to a disused railway track. I didn't even know that was a thing here, so thank you very much Pete and Chris for the information, and we'll continue our walk. So a bit of context when it comes to it. So down this way is the gorge, up this way is going to be the disused railway track. This is reminding me of being on a walk of Richie, where everything is really steep. Oh, I'm sure he'd love this walk, mine. Oh, look at the mountain tops over there. Loads of crags. Those are awesome things to look at. I am knackered. Holy heck. But yeah, who would have thought, especially not me, on my birthday, I'd be out walking. It's for me, walking has now become a bit contagious. It's really enjoyable. It's great to see views. Get a bit of exercise always helps, because I really need it. But fantastic walk so far. Thoroughly enjoying the birthday. And hopefully we can get this last bit of this walk done, so that I can quietly die somewhere. Oh my gosh. So yeah, unlike me, you could do the easy route, which is come from the top and go down. That was hard work, especially in this day, in this heat. I'm not sure, it's about 24, which is actually quite hot for Wales. It's very humid here when it gets warm. Look at all the lush greenery we have around us. You know what I mean? But I think we're almost there now to the railway tracks. But this looks awesome. Oh. So I am assuming that's the actual new railway tracks up there. Don't quote me, because I said I've not been here before. Oh, almost had my ankle again then. Oh, look at the views you get up here. Absolutely outstanding. Obviously you've got the new Heads of the Valleys road. Took a very long time to do that. A lot of expense. I know it's unfortunate to go through the whole of the valley, but it's necessary. Some awesome quarries up there. You got all the crags up here. Wales is just full of them, man. There's some really awesome walks. Just come here and experience it. It won't disappoint you. 20 minutes walk around this walk now, and we'll head back down. Oh, I'm really hoping this doesn't go downhill constantly, because that means there's an uphill at the end, and oh my gosh, it's really hard work. It seems they got at least some steps here, so this must be a well-used track. Yeah, my drone skills are a bit lacking at the moment. I was really tempted to get the drone down into the waterfall, turn around and go down the gorge. My only problem is my skills are lacking in that, and there's no way I can get down there. So you'd just be losing a 200 quid piece of equipment if anything goes wrong. And at the same time, they don't really like water, so I thought to myself, oh, it's not worth wasting a piece of kit. If you really wanted to go see it, my advice would probably be see if you can find a safe spot down, or even try and traverse some of the water by foot if you're not that bothered about getting your feet wet. Oh, we've hit some sort of a quarry. Oh, this is unexpected. Now this is what walking all these trails gets you. I do this for myself and for you guys. Look how awesome that is. I'm well impressed by that. So supposedly this is meant to be a disused railway track. I'm hoping so. They have a fantastic shot down the valley down here then. Oh yeah. Some people stood over there. Definitely disused. I spoke to a lovely lady and gentleman from Bryn Mawr. He said there's the Devil's Bridge down that way. They said there's some tunnels here, so I thought, you know what, while I'm here. Oh wow, it is cold in here. It's good. Torch doesn't do much. Oh, there's somebody is out in here. How far would I walk in here? My torch doesn't exactly do much. It gets really, really dark. But I'm assuming these are the tunnels for the railway. Would I go up them alone? Probably not. But yeah, if I had a flashlight, I'd probably go up through them. Maybe a video for another day, but as you can tell, it's cold in here. So we'll continue on this path now. Like I said, that would have been really cool to go through those tunnels, but it's just too dark. You guys won't be able to see anything. I need more of a flashlight. But it was nice and cool in there, which was refreshing in its own right. Little enclave there. But on the way back, I'll probably go back through down the disused railway. I'll get some drone footage of that as well. But we'll carry on for a little bit longer. We'll see what's about, because by the looks of things, this place has got a lot of cool places to see. So we're now actually on the hunt for the Devil's Bridge. So back down the valley we go. Oh, I'm never going to get tired of these uphill climbs. But yeah, this one hopefully won't be so bad on the old knees. But I think the name of the gorge which I went to previously was the Cauldron Pool. How steep it is down there, gee. But that there down there is a little stream. But yeah, it looks like we've got a steep decline down towards this bridge. Making a descent down here, and I just realised I'm about 2 miles away from the car, traversing up and down, so that's going to take me a while. But I've got at least covered 4 miles plus so far. But again, it's been a really enjoyable walk. But like I said, shoe wear is very important on these trails, so make sure you come prepared. You don't want to twist your ankle, don't want to hurt yourself, but just enjoy the nature. Look, as we get closer down, it's getting a little bit more rocky, a little bit more slippery, but I think we're going to be hitting what looks to be a bridge. That wasn't too bad. I know walking back up's going to be a pain, but oh, I think I have jarred my knee a little bit, but how sick is this? Whoop. Wow. Look at that. That is so cool. So it looks like the Clydach River, I think it's called the Clydach River, has got multiple of these carved into the rock. It comes from somewhere really sort of chill. Oh, there's a tire there. Into what looks like a nice cascading waterfall. So here we are. Fairly certain this is Devil's Bridge. Why they call it Devil's Bridge, you ask? No idea. But I'm assuming it's to do with this. Don't worry guys, I'm being completely safe on this one compared to the 4 waterfalls where it was a lot more dangerous. But this is awesome. As you can see, it's carved all the way around and down, so it's making like a bowl sort of look to it. But the sheer power on this, as you can see on the previous side, there was a lot of debris. You got a lot of like fallen trees and whatnot. You can even see where it's carving into the rock. Well worth the little walk down, but now I'm going to make my way all the way back up there and go back over the disused railway. So it's actually quite hard to put that into scale, but I'd probably say that's at least 20-25 feet. So it is rather deep. Well, I say deep, steep going down. It's quite a high sort of waterfall. And imagine below there then is probably another, I don't know, 6 foot of water at least. But that was well worth the walk. Oh, do you know what? I can't express how much I dislike having to go uphill all the time. But that's what you get for living in Wales. There's always hills, all the valleys, just to get to these beautiful sights. Ooh. So after that ascent, I've gone and done at least 1500 feet in elevations today, up and down, up and down. So my legs are starting to slowly turn into jelly. But hopefully we'll get some nice drone footage now on the disused railway as we make our descent back down to the car to call the video. I wonder what this was. Maybe it was to hold water that was coming down in, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, so I'm just coming back over the disused railway track. It should be a nice steady walk down now. Got cliff faces around me, got a nice open view. It's shaded over a little bit briefly, which is fantastic. I am absolutely sweaty and quite tired, but today has been really awesome. But eventually it'll have to come to an end, so I'm imagining I'm going to be making this way now back towards the car. If anything else comes up, I will put it up for you and show you a video. Sometimes I say the weirdest things. I've seen golf greens less manicured than this. It's lovely to walk on. It's a little bit rocky from place to place, but oh, it's nice. Apart from having, you know, all these little boggy little bits and all that. Oh, this is an enjoyable walk. So I should actually point out, so by that, well, this abandoned railway track, you can actually work your way all the way to Bryn Mawr. You do have to deviate off, like I said, you've got those tunnels there, you can go through them, I'm pretty sure. The one is blocked off, the other one, like I said, walked in there and they said you can go through the other side. I didn't want to try it. I don't really have the equipment and I don't really like standing in complete darkness when I don't know where I am at all. But yeah, you can make your way to Bryn Mawr, but I'm going to make my way back to Clydach now. And just enjoy the tranquility that's around me right now. As you guys have been good boys and girls and made it all the way to the end of the video, I put an extra Brucey bonus on for you, which is Llanelli Quarry. Now this thing is massive, but this actually coincides with the walk I was going to go back down on, so it's worth just taking a little stop to appreciate all the workings, to be honest. So the quarry actually has a lot of cave systems in it. I really don't have the gear for that, nor do I have the ability to do that. It's just something, being my size, I would be more afraid than anything else to do it. But you do have these little tiny little caves which you can see going in. That one's not too deep there, but these are scattered everywhere. But there's one you can actually go in. If you got your torches and headlights and all that, it'd be worth going into, but it's not for me. I'm not a professional. But yeah, I'm going to carry on with this walk down here, and I've got to make my way down into the valley then to get to the car. If that is your thing, I'd advise looking at Llanelli Quarry Pot, I think it's called, where you have basically underground sort of tunnels, sort of caves which you can go in and explore. My advice though is probably not to do unless you're a professional, or have appropriate gear. It's not for me. So I thought I'd stop at the viaduct there then, just do a little drone view of it. But yeah, it's quite a few people actually looking for the quarry, and I was just like, well, I'm fairly certain it's just that there, the quarry face there. But yeah, it's hard to find most of the stuff on here, on this walk online, but it's been an enjoyable walk nevertheless. And I only just realised I walked all the way around. I didn't even bring my glasses. I wonder why I've been squinting all the way around. Oh well, you get them bought for you and you don't bloody wear them. But yeah, some great views in Wales, I tell you now. Yeah, so re-looking at this, I think I might have had the wrong quarry when it comes to caving. But yeah, basically says between a rock and a hard place on here. From here, the scenic beauty of the Clydach Gorge rolls behind you, and it's easily appreciated why the gorge inspires people across the generations.
Look in front of you, however, and it's a telltale sign of industrialisation, which are largely written in the face of Llanelli Quarry, originally established to supply lime to the ironworks in the valley below. I'll let you read the rest because I'm not exactly the best reader. But nevertheless, we trek on, and yeah, I'm pretty sure this is probably going to be one of my longest videos, but I hope you really enjoyed it. I have thoroughly. Not looking forward to the aches and pains later on though. So I was just up there on the last little segment, so that's the viaduct that went across up the top. Fairly certain that's still part of the old railway, the disused railway, but yeah, lovely little view up there. Look at that. You gotta love the craftsmanship and the hard work that goes into these old structures. You know, you look at modern structures and you think, ah, you know, they're works of art in a way, but I find old structures have got just that little bit extra for me. I really enjoy seeing the viaducts and old workings. Like you look at the ironworks, for example, beautiful little building there. Obviously, it's under a bit of reconstruction as such, or you know, conservation, just to make sure the history's still kept for further generations. So we're going to end this video where we started, at the ironworks. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you really enjoyed the video. What I will say is, seriously, get out there, enjoy what you got in your local area. You never know what you're going to find. There's some really good hidden gems out there. At the same time, it's really, really good to enjoy a little bit of exercise. It's good for your head, it's good for your heart. For me, it gets me gets my head, you know, out of the shed. But again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.